Okay, let me quickly explain the problems that I gave today. Okay, so the first one is solve this equation here. X minus 2.13 is equal to 0.75x plus 1.17. Okay, so start by rewriting the question. Okay, and then what do? Okay, you group like terms. You see there is x here and then there's x there. So I moved my 0.75 since it's positive over here. I subtracted from both sides. So it's x minus 0.75, right? And then I have negative 2.13 here, which I have to add to that side. Okay, so I have group like terms. And I get 0.25x is equal to 3.30. Okay, and so what is my x? I divide by 0.25, and that's my answer. Okay, the second part here, okay, which is similar reasoning, but instead of numbers here, we've been given letters. Ax minus b equals cx plus d, but the same, similar reasoning here. Okay, so you rewrite the equation, and then what are you going to do? You're going to group like terms. So first of all, mark your target variable. You want to solve for x in terms of everything, right? Okay, so you just mark your target variable. That's your x. You have one on the left, one on the right. So I regroup it by subtracting the cx, okay? Cx from both sides. So it's ax minus cx, okay? And what do? I have to move the b plus b to this side. So that's what I get. Okay, when I get to this point, okay, I have ax here and cx here. I factor out my x. Okay, so x out, parenthesis, I have a minus c left. See that? This is equal to d plus b. Okay, that's my target variable. And the a minus c is multiplying my x. So I divide by both sides. And nice and clean, this is my x. Okay, so mark your target variable, group them, all right, factor it out if necessary, and then finally you divide. Okay, let's do this one right here. I have y equals this expression, and I want to solve for x. So let me mark my target variable. Okay, my target variable. I'm looking for the x. Okay, I have one here, one there. Okay, so some students did x 2w plus 1 over x plus 2k, and what they did was they marked these out. You cannot do that. Okay, you can't do that. You can only do that if you have at the bottom x times 2k. Then you can do that. But if it's x plus, you cannot do that. Okay, so what you do is, what are you going to do? This is over 1. So you are going to like cross multiply, or you're going to multiply both sides by x plus 2k. Okay. Okay. When you do that, what happens? This cancels that, and you have y parenthesis x plus 2k is equal to x parenthesis 2w plus 1. Okay. Mark out target variable. One is there, one is over here. Okay. What are we going to do? We need to expand. So x times y plus 2ky is equal to 2xy plus x. Okay. All right. So mark our target variable. We have one there, one there, one there. We need to group all of them. So what did I do? I moved the xy to the right side. So I subtracted xy from both sides, and I'll be left with 2ky equals to 2xw plus x minus the xy. This is what I have. Okay, so pay attention to the steps. Okay, you need to group, mark your target variable, group them one side. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3. What can I do? I can factor out my target variable x parenthesis. When I take x out, I'll be left with 2w here, okay, plus This is 1x. So when I take the x out, I'm left with 1. And then when I take this x out over here, I'm left with negative y. So I factor it out. So now, finally, I just want the x. So what do? I divide both sides by this whole thing. So my final answer, x, is going to be 2ky over 2w plus 1 minus y, or is the same as 2ky over 1 plus 2w minus y. Okay, so that's the explanation for today's assignment. Okay, so pause the video, do it yourself. If you didn't get it right, make sure you get the answers right, and then try the one for tomorrow. Okay, all right, tomorrow being May 2nd. Okay, all right, keep on practicing, and all things being equal, what? You shall bloom. Good night.